trying to look and see. Well, it is on, telling me it's going to be live in 1 minute and something on YouTube. So, there it is on Facebook. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Nope, wrong one. Well, let's just go in here and see. And see. If it's going to let us go live today. Hi guys, how are y'all doing? Hi Pat, hi Ann. How is everyone? How is everyone doing? I hope everyone's fine. I didn't get a notification. How strange is this? Hi, Deborah. How are you? Hi, guys. Be just a second. I'm having some problems here seeing everything. And I don't know why. Ghosties, I think. Ghosties, ghosties. Anyway, well, let's get started. I'm hoping y'all are joining, everyone. Having a fabulous day. First time there? Well, hi, Anna. My name is Carol. I'm the owner and designer of Desert Wreath Creations, and I do lives on Facebook and YouTube. So normally this would be a night that I would double stream in both places. I usually go live on YouTube on Wednesdays. So, and I've been going live just sporadically a few times a week and stuff. So what I'm going to do tonight is I've got a new release of a wreath kit. And I consider it a spring and a summer wreath kit. And it says, welcome. And this is the little sign. And let me sort of zoom in here so y'all can see a little better. So this is the sign. I made the sign myself. The sign's available without the kit or with the kit in my shop at Desert Wreath Creations on Etsy. Okay. So in the kit, you get a 14-inch frame. You get 25 pot cleaners. The ones in the kit are the pink, this real pretty fuchsia pink. I didn't have any left, so I'm making mine with purple ones. You get 5 yards of this beautiful, I'm going to come in just a little bit more so maybe you can see a little better. This is butterfly and bee with daisy ribbon. This is a 2.5 inch. You get another 2.5 inch of the lime green and polka dot. You get the 1.5 inch, and this is a daisy, this yellow, and it's got pink, orange, green daisies. And another 1.5 inch that's going to sort of tie all of this in together. Okay? So you get 5 yards of each ribbon, 2 2.5 inches and 2 1.5s. The wreath frame, you get 25 pot cleaners. And you get this sign. This sign is a 7x9. And we're going to go ahead and get our sign ready first. So what I do is I include little small cable mounts to put on my signs. So with that, I recommend that you take some super glue. I like to use the DAP. I get it at Walmart. DAP super glue. It's rapid fuse super glue. And I just put a little dot, sometimes a big one, because it comes out a little faster, on all four corners. And I know that these cable mounts, that they have the sticky stuff on them, but this is to keep your sign so it will hold up in hot weather, guys. So I just stick these down, and this says that it fuses within 3 minutes, but I think that's really determines on how much that you actually put on it. So I'm going to put that there. Then I'm just going to take just a little bit of hot glue. Now, hot glue using it by itself will not work. It will just come right off. All of this is going to do, it's just going to help it hold it while the super glue cures. Okay? I'm just being sort of extra careful. And I just sort of put it around a couple of the sides. Okay? And I like to do that first when I'm starting a project. That way I can set this over to the side and get it out of our way. When I put my frame together, I take this frame here, 14 inches, got 1, 2, 3, 4 rings. And it's got 6 brackets. Okay? So what I do is I start with any spot. You can start on a bracket if you want. But generally, I start in just the middle of one, and I go to this outer ring and the one next to it. I loop my pipe cleaner by folding it in half, and then I slip it in like this. I pull it taut, and then I like to hold it and twist my frame, okay? Then I go ahead and fold this over, and then I back up from the tip of these to 1 inch, and that's where I'll place my next one. And then I just keep going, back up, keep going, and back up. Okay, that one slipped over, it doesn't matter, we'll all get that. And I do the exact same thing on the inside, okay? And that's how I get 8 on the inside and 10 on the outside. You get 2 rolls of 10-inch mesh, and this is considered what they call a wide full mesh. This is a turquoise, and I think this is just, it's gorgeous mesh. And you can do 1 or 2 things. The kit comes with instructions also, along with the video here for reference. You can do like I did tonight and cut them in 30-inch length, which is plenty because this mesh is real thick. Or you can cut them in 34 inches and do a woodland ruffle. You can do a woodland ruffle with them at 30. Or if you wanted to, you could put less ties on it, your frame, and use 1 roll of mesh. There's many ways that you could come up with how you wanted to use this kit for. Okay, so I'm going to set the extra pipe cleaners aside, and I'm going to get to showing you how we're going to do this kit. Okay, I like to go ahead and open all of my ties going around my wreath frame before I start. This way it frees up time and it frees up my hands from having to do so. All right? Let me get my little bucket right there. That's where I put all of my debris. So tonight what I want to do is I just want to do a long ruffle. And I've got some rocks in my debris bucket. Oh, that was loud, excuse me. And I'm just going to put that to hold my mesh. I'm going to take this end and I'm just going to fold it under, okay? And when I fold it under, I like to sort of smooth it over with my hands. I take my thumbs, I put them here, and then I pull with my fingers and push with my thumbs. pull with my fingers and push with my thumbs all the way down. So you need to keep that on there for weight, which would be fine. When I get down here, I'm going to stretch these fingers and I'm going to turn that edge under. Okay, now I've got a perfect little bow tie, butterfly wings, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to put it down in the middle here, and then I'm going to secure my tie around it. Hi, Dill. How have you been? And then I'm just going to sort of come out and around each one of these, okay? So it makes it look like a flower. And we just keep repeating this process. I'm glad you guys were able to join me tonight. I try to, when I do go live over on Facebook, I try to post everything here on YouTube also. And if y'all are members on Facebook, shoot, go on over there and look up Desert Wreath Creations and join our lives over there if you want to. Now here, since I got my second piece on, just going to butt it up. I'm still going to swoosh it around like a flower and move on to my next one. I'm live on Facebook every Saturday and Monday night, which not tonight because it didn't want to go live over there, guys, at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay. So I got a question for you guys. When I put my lives over here on YouTube from Facebook, would y'all rather see the whole live or when I'm doing something some people call like repetitive work and stuff, like continuing to do the ruffles after I show you? Would you rather see them sped up so that you can get on with the tutorial to the ribbons or embellishments or whatever I'm doing, or would you rather see the whole video in its entirety? Because YouTube is very new to me and I treasure y'all's opinion. Isn't that mesh gorgeous? That is just gorgeous. I sell my kits and Wreath supplies on Etsy. I'm also on Pinterest. That is so pretty. This kit will work perfectly for spring, for summer. I mean, it's just screams that the weather's changing and the birds and bees are going to start singing. Thank you. It is gorgeous, right? Love this. I pull my ties real tight and tie them down real tight. There's nothing worse than having something pop loose and it being so aggravating. And like I said, I cut these to 30 inches. I live in a little town called Del Rio, Texas. On Desert Wreath Creations on Etsy. I'm working on my website. A lot of new things at the first of this year. Whoops. Busy, busy. Like I said, this kit is listed along with, I have a Easter kit, and I have some gnome kits, Easter gnome kits. I have some ribbons and really gorgeous jeweled Easter eggs that I just put in. All kinds of goodies. I automatically fold that one up, as you can tell. This was going to make a really nice size wreath. It'll get to 24 to 25 inches in diameter. It'll be 8 to 9 inches tall. There we go. We're going to use our last piece of mesh going around the bottom. That one's a little curly there. Is it one of your favorite colors? Oh, I love turquoise. I love turquoise and pink are both my favorite colors. There we go. So, Pat, did you find you the bunny face you were looking for? Just button them up right here on both sides this time. Okay. So we've made it all the way around the outside. So now I'm going to open these ties on the inside. Makes it easier. Yes, the mint green is gorgeous. And it's really hard to find right now. You know, I did a kit with it. Gosh, it was an Easter kit. And I put it out in December. And it did not last long. Oh, really? What's that you're talking about, Pat? Having to buy bulk at the Dollar Tree. I must have missed something. Okay, if you see what I did is I pulled this sort of back. Now I'm putting this on the inside Getting those pipe cleaners. I'm going to tie these down good and twist. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. Really, I didn't know they stopped shipping to the stores. A lot of new changes. It's no longer the Dollar Tree, it's the $1.25 tree. Which, it's gone up just like everything else has, so this time I'm going to pull up this side and pull this other back and put it in. Take my ties, pull it real tight still. Go around it. Make it look pretty. Move on to the next one. Oh, really? They're not. Oh my gosh. Have to buy them in bulk. You know, and that's sad for some stores to have had them and for the other stores to not have them, because after everyone's showing them like that and doing different crafts with them, you would want one too without having to order them in bulk. My chair, I got some new wheels for it. And let me tell you guys, if I was in one of those little car derbies, I would win. Because these things are slick. You make the slightest move, and it throws me in the corner. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it is sad. It's not, it doesn't seem quite fair. Gorgeous. One thing about this mesh, you put it on your door and people can see it shining from a couple of miles away. Let's kick that rock to the corner there. Nearly through putting our mesh in. So what's everybody been up to today? Crafting, staying warm, staying out of the cold if you're around cold weather. Excuse me. Last piece of mesh going in. This has gotten so full, I'm trying to find the pot cleaner. Here we go. Oh, how cool is that? So you make your own, and that's awesome. I'm going to pull this side to come over here to this side. There we go, guys. This is the lusciousness of this wreath. You can tell. And this was just 30 inches. I had a half a roll left out of the 2 rolls. So, how nice is that, Anne? Okay. Let's go over these ribbons once again. Excuse me. I have to wet my whistle. I love this 1.5 inch ribbon. Let's pull this little puppy back over. And see this butterfly? Isn't that adorable? Now we're going to throw in the mix this daisy. And then this polka dot. Oh no, and eyes? No way. Ooh. So I cut the ribbons to 12 inches. So what I'm going to do is I cut them and I dovetailed them. And I'm going to fold them in half. Ruffle it up the middle right here. Pick me a tie. I'm going to come into this tie and I'm going to twist it 3 or 4 good times. But then I'm going to cut it off. Okay? Oh, I truly hate the eyes too. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece I cut off. I'm going to bend this, and I'm going to bend it back and behind my ribbon, okay? Then what I'm going to do is I want to pick up on this and pull them apart. If you pick up and pull them apart, they'll stay apart better, okay? So whichever one's on top, pick it up, pull it apart. And I'm just crisscrossing them here on the side. And I think that, oh, those are stinking adorable. Okay, and that's how I put my ribbons in. Just sort of has all the colors cornered on the market here. I love color. Color makes you happy. If you want, you could, instead of cutting the pipe cleaners off, you could curl them like little antennas with a dowel or a craft stick. You're welcome. Yeah, just right next to that pipe cleaner. Pull them apart really good right there, and before you pull them apart, and they stay apart a lot better. And by putting that pipe cleaner, wrapping it around the back like that, it sort of helps poke those ribbons out and keep them poked out. Instead of sinking them in to where they won't, like, sort of fluff right, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Hi, Lordies. My ribbons are from all over, but these came from my, this is a kit, Lordies, that I have in my shop. So I'm going to say, well, all of these basically came from my wholesaler, because I buy a lot of 50-yard roll ribbons. And these were all on a 50-yard roll. This is one of the newer kits that I've released in my shop. This is what I'm calling like a spring and summer. It can be for either season because of the colors. And then I have the new Easter one. And let me see, where did I put the sign is fun. This is the sign. And it's got little butterflies and flowers, or the daisies, different colored daisies. And the bumblebees, the little bees. They're not quite bumblebees, but bees. Bumblebees are huge and they hurt. So we did a 30-inch. The kit comes with 2 rolls of 10-inch mesh. This gorgeous turquoise. This is a wide stripe metallic. And we cut it to 30 inches, and I still had a roll left. And it's really nice and full on a 14-inch frame. Oops, grabbing the wrong way. And I'm crisscrossing my ribbons on the outside. So how is Miss Lourdes? Made 2 St. Patty's Day's wreaths yesterday. And they turned out adorable. I was just on a wreathing mayhem. This is quite colorful. One more sets of ribbons going around the outside, and we'll start on the top, guys. Oh my goodness, you're just multi-talented, Anne. Okay, so that's what it looks like going all the way around with the ribbons I'd chosen. Excuse me. And now let's go ahead and move that blasted rock out of my way. And we'll start on the top. Still folding them in half. Yes, it is happy looking, isn't it? Scrunch it up, and we will just find us a tie. I stick it all the way down in. Cut it off. I do the exact same thing. I pull my ribbon up, take that, and pull it back and behind my ribbons. pull this one forward, this one back, and spread them apart. Do the exact same thing on this one. Pull this one forward, this one back, spread them apart, and then straighten them up. There we go. Tell you, I have this little dog. He's a little silk terrier. And it's been pretty today. And he has not wanted to come into the house whatsoever. He lays, there's patio doors. And he's laying right out there. I've got him a little rug to lay on the outside and on the inside. He hasn't wanted to come in. He's going to lay out there all day to soak up the sun, because it had been chilly here. There you go. Keeping that way down in there. Keep missing my bucket. Thank you. I think these ribbons go perfect with this mesh. I think it's just a good combination. There we go. Nearly finished with all of our ribbons. Thanks, guys. I'm loving these colors. The ribbons were cut to 12 inches, the mesh to 30. This is on a 14-inch frame. And I'll measure it as soon as we get this last set of ribbons in. And just let you know how big around it got. And this is the last set of ribbons. Oops. Smashing my other ribbons, guys. Let's put them back where they belong. I'm going to, oops, I'm telling you, these new wheels will throw you. Okay. So from mesh to mesh, this is a little over 24 inches in diameter. And this is what we've got so far. Right there. Okay. So let's get our sign that we put the mounts on. Put that in there. Let me scoot that back there. I moved it. So once again, this is our sign. I believe this is an adorable little sign. And it's going to match perfectly on this wreath. Okay? So I'm going to turn it over. We've used DAP Rapid Infused Glue to help seal those so the heat wouldn't pull the foam off. And while it cured, we put a little bit of hot glue. So I'm just running a pipe cleaner through. And I like to keep my pipe cleaner long. So I just run it through part way. Then twist the small end I pull through around the large end. Thank you. Well, hello there, Sugar Pepper Designs. There was some difficulties. You do too? Okay. Now that we've got our sign ready, let's put it over here on our wreath and let's make a bow. Then we'll put both of those darlings on there. Oh. I use an easy bow maker. I have these in my shop if anyone's interested. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom back in so y'all can see me, okay? Or see my hands. And I'm going to take the ribbon that we had left. And I want to use the green polka dot first. No rhyme or reason. I just thought it would be nice. I'm going to come over here and we're going to do a 10-inch tail. I'm going to, when I twist really close to those pegs, these two pegs. And I like how the ribbon is, a lot of it's out. I'm going to come out here to a 6. Okay. I'm going to twist. And I'm going to bring this loop down. Put it in here. Put your hand in here. Come out to the 6. I'm going to take this loop up. I'm going to come over here, come out to the 6 again, right there. Take that loop up. I'm going to come out to the 6 again, scrunch it down, and pull it out front. Don't worry about not having enough ribbon. Mine is short because I cut the seam out of mine. Mine had a long seam in it when I was cutting my ribbon tails. That's why. Okay. Now I want to, you know what? I want to put in this daisy. Driving Miss Daisy. Okay, pull this one out long. We're going to twist it. We're going to come over here, out to the 6. Okay, I always keep all of my loops fluff. This time I'm only going to lay down one loop. Now we're going to come back with the butterfly, and it really doesn't matter. They're going all different directions. Push it in, smash it together. We're doing another just a little bit shorter than 10 inches, pretty close to it. But I'm going to come down 1 inch. This is going to be a 5. We're going to twist again at a 5. Whoops, missed my peg. At a 5. At a 5. And I put it way down in there. Okay? I'm going to cut this off. Then I'm just going to go back and make sure all of my loops are fluff. And then we're going to come back with this gorgeous ribbon here. And we're going to do a center loop at about a 5. Didn't get it twisted good. Pull it down in front of you. It's a little long. There we go. That's better. Cut that off. Okay. So now let's come back in. With our daisy ribbon. We're going to make this tail just a little bit shorter. We're going to twist it. And we're just going to add a small center loop. I call it a top knot. Like so. And I have mine to where it's on the wrong side and it's on the wrong side of the material. Okay? I messed with that pot cleaner, so I'm going to get 2. You have 2 pot cleaners for your bow, or you can use a zip tie if you like. Just twist them together to where they're strong. Give them a tug. Fold it in half and have it ready. I'm going to take my finger, just put it on top of these dowels here, and I'm going to push and come up under here and make sure all of my ribbon that I can get my fingers around the dowels underneath them, okay? Then I'm just going to push it down in my hands and lift it off. Then I'm going to bring this to where it comes out right here in between those 2 fingers, and I'm going to move those 2 fingers close together. Also, by putting a little pressure, it allows me to put my thumb right on top. Okay, I'm going to pull real tight, start my twist, and then I'm going to twist the bow 3 or 4 times. I wouldn't twist it a whole lot more than that, because what it can do is it can break your wire. So now I'm going to come out front, I'm going to pull my tails, where's that yellow one? Right there. Okay. So now we're going to push this little knot or center loop to the side. I'm going to get up under here and I'm going to make sure that this ribbon's not puckered. I'm going to take it and twist it and bring it on over here to the other side. And what that does is it puts it on the right side for the bow and the right side of the material. Then I'm just going to spread it open. Take my loops, put them in my hands, making sure, because they're already fluffed. All I'm doing is they're already in position. All I'm doing is making them stand loud and proud. Okay? And then we've got a cute little bow for our wreath. Okay, let's put our bow over there. Let's put our sign on. And I think I'm just pulling these ribbons. I'm wanting to put it about right there, guys. And I use a weaving needle. I call it a weaving needle. It's a needle used to sew 2 pieces of crochet together, or 2 pieces of knitting together. You can even buy them at Walmart. It goes through mesh like nobody's dream. Okay, so I do one corner. Whoops. And I find this really helps getting this through there without tearing your mesh or getting stuck or trying and trying and trying, but hardly ever been able to get it through. I keep my hand underneath it. That way I know I'm getting around the frame. One more try. I was going to give up and saying the eye of that needle just was too small. And it's huge, guys. Okay. So now that I've got them all in there, hi Teresa. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So now I'm going to go ahead and flip the whole wreath over with my sign. And you can see where I've come through this with all of my pipe cleaners. So I'm going to take, and all I'm going to do is pull taut, because I don't want to pull so tight that you're pulling your sign way down and into your mesh. So I just sort of lift it up, because these are really lightweight signs, and I wrap it around. Then tie like a slip knot. I'm going to come over here, do the same thing, wrap it around. And tie like a slip knot. Here we go again to this outer one. Tension. Got like a little thread. And our last one. Pull it a little taut. Okay. And there we are. It's really on there tight, but it's not squishing our mesh. And then you just come out, pull your ribbons out from under it, however you want to. I'll usually sneak up under there and sort of have turn these that's laying there more to the outside, guys. Okay, now let's turn this bow over. Let's take this weaving needle again. This time I'm going to put both of them on there. I'm going to come about, I don't want to encroach on my welcome on the side. I do the same thing, and then I grab it by the center loop, and as I'm pulling it in, I'm just sort of shaking it. Getting it where I want it. Make sure I've got it around my frame. Rock it backwards and forth while I tighten it up. Make sure you tie it to the frame. Okay. There's the 2 yellow ones. The 2 pink ones. Get all of our tails down towards the front. Fluffed out. Nip them. Dovetail them, fold them in half. I cut mine from the folded edge out to the wired edge. There we go. You shake off of the excess, and there we have our pretty little wreath. Let me see if I can get it. Oh, I never can. So there we go, guys. And if you're interested, the wreath kits and Desert Recreations on Etsy. I'm so happy y'all joined me tonight. Thank you very much. And I'm live on Wednesdays over here on YouTube. Tonight was just a pleasure to be here with you on a Monday. Okay? Oh, thanks, Ann. So y'all have a blessed night, and I hope to see y'all again real